Hello, my queens and kings. Welcome to Pharaoh Tarot. I'm Butterfly Williams, and I'll be serving up a moonwave reading for the waxing moon in Cancer. What we do here at Pharaoh Tarot is channel ancestral wisdom for contemporary times through tarot and oracle card readings. So grateful that you are here. If any of what I'm about to say resonates with you, please like, share, subscribe, or comment. It really helps out the channel. All right, let's get going. Hello, my queens and kings. Welcome to the moonwave reading for the waxing moon in Cancer. The overall energy is the Ten of Brooms. This is an energy of having come to the very, very end of the cycle, having survived a very long and arduous journey of many ups and many downs, and finally realizing that it is okay to let our burdens down. The overall advice is judgment. There may be a need to face judgment here. There may be a need to give judgments. The ancestors are telling me that the nature of the judgment has to do with who is truly worthy of being in your life, who is truly worthy of spending your time with. There's something about making judgments in this regard, which is going to enable a level up for you and those that you care about. What's at the heart of the situation? Well, there's this energy of everyone sort of, milling about, waiting for the other shoe to drop. Everyone's a little uptight because they can sense that something needs to shift, but something has not been fully revealed, something has not been fully engaged, and therefore the ship that everyone is desperately waiting for, on the dock, has not yet come in. This has put everyone in a state of suspension. People are being spiritually challenged to widen their perspective, to perhaps poll the perspectives of others, to get more opinions, get more insight, do their research, so that people can get a bigger picture view of what is really going down here. This is the only thing that is going to enable people to break through the tower. Now, the tower in Lenormand is different from the tower in Tarot. Here, we are not talking about a sudden upset so much as we are talking about, people being in isolation, feeling that like they're imprisoned. I don't think people are actually imprisoned, here, but people are definitely not in connection with others. And given that we're dealing with a waxing moon in Cancer, which is very much about growing in our powers of being connected with each other, this is a very perilous situation to be in. People need to break out of their isolated bubbles. What's in the upper world of the situation? Well, we've got the Five of Pentacles. Yeah. This isn't so much about poverty, although certainly people could be, dealing with scarcity mindset and the related financial troubles. This is more about people feeling like they've been thrown out in the cold, that they've been abandoned or scorned, shut out somehow. And what's going to mitigate against that is people standing up and speaking for themselves. The Seven of Wands. People need to give testimony to who they are, what they've been through, and what they want out of the future. It's only that is going to allow people to break out of this, detachment that is born of everyone existing in their isolated bubbles. What's in the motivation of the situation? Yes, well, it feels like there has been a tower of some sort that has happened here. There's been some sort of revelation or dawning that has thrown people for a loop. And now people thought the situation was one way. Now they think it's another way, and it's a whole new world. This is part of that hanged man energy that was happening in the middle world of the situation. Yeah, people have been thrown for a loop. And the only thing that's going to heal that is the Ace of Cups, an emotional renewal. People are actually, what they really want is love. What they really want is the relaxation and the relief that comes of realizing that a connection or a relationship is still possible, that people being able to get along with each other is not a pipe dream. And this is reconfirmed by Akomo Natwaso, the Adinkra symbol, extension of the heart, symbolizes understanding, agreement, trust, and partnership. People are really wanting to be able to come together, to see eye to eye, to have fruitful working relationships, fruitful romantic relationships. And that can only come out of an extension of the heart. So even as we face Judgment Day here, we need to remember that why we are making those judgments is so that we can have a coming together of the hearts. What's going on with you specifically? Yeah, you're feeling like you're in the dark. You don't have all the information that you need. You feel like people are holding secrets from you. And as a result of that, you are feeling a little fearful, maybe even panicky, given that we've got this Five of Pentacles situation in the upper world of the situation. At times, it's like you're howling to the moon with your frustration over everything that has gone down, and you're not exactly seeing the way forward. And yet, Spirit is calling upon you to act passionately towards your beliefs and your goals, even without having all the information that you need. Because actually, the information that you really need is not outside of you, it's actually within you. And this is why you need to stop running from the truth. That is just not the kind of exercise that your soul needs. Yeah, you're feeling like you're up against a wall of some sort. Well, the way to solve feeling like that is to just turn around, face the problem directly. Summon your inner King of Wands and let people know what's what. You don't have to be the victim in this situation. Remember that in the motivation of the situation, people are looking for love. People are looking for, relief. People are looking for the possibility that people are still able to work together, come together, share their hearts, and build a future with each other. What's in your upper world? Yeah, you've got the Four of Cups. This is about feeling like you've missed out on something, or feeling like you're really bored and dissatisfied with the options that you already have. Yeah, it's like you're looking to move on from some tired, old, stale situation, but you're still not quite seeing, the opportunity at hand yet, which means you need to get busy with your research. You need to do whatever it is you need to do. Hop on the internet, gossip with your friends, pray to your spirit guides, but you are needing to get pieces of information that will allow you to piece the puzzle together. Ultimately, what you're looking for here is a divine awakening. You're looking to bring the spiritual down into the physical. You're looking to turn the snakes into your life into angels. And this is actually possible if you do your research. Try to step out of the feeling of boredom and stagnation. Try not to lash out at the perceived lack of possibility here. There's something about just getting busy with hunting for information that is going to spark this divine awakening for you. And what's your motivation? Sheer hard work. No matter what went down in the past, no matter what blocks you may be facing in the future, you know that you've just got to keep one foot in front of the other and keep moving. What you are moving towards is the Ace of Blades. You are on a committed hunt for information, a new way of thinking. You know that you need to be able to cut out what no longer serves you, and you're also knowing that it requires information for you to be able to do that. Again, the overall energy is judgment, and you know that you can't make the right judgments unless you've got the right information and unless you have the right way of thinking about it. And believe it or not, the chimpanzee gives us some clues about what the new way of thinking is. Get creative and explore your curiosities. There is much to learn and enjoy all around you. Spend some time with nature and friends. Yeah, your friends, your walks in nature, whatever you do to enjoy yourself, whatever is your preferred method of learning. These are things that are going to spark the curiosity within you and allow you to get creative about solving your issues. And again, your issues really have to do with facing the truth. And the nature of facing that truth is really coming down to how do you like to spend your time and who with. And once you get really clear on that, a lot of the isolation, a lot of the frustration is going to melt away. What's going on with the other? Yeah, what they want is teamwork, and there's probably, like a group of them already kind of doing whatever it is that they do. They're also probably work oriented. They're wanting to do something productive in concert. But they know that there's been this Ten of Knives situation that went down. Someone got stabbed in the back, and they're now realizing that that situation was no good, that it didn't really serve anyone. So yeah, it's very interesting the way the Ten of Knives is depicted on this, because it's almost like it's a person stabbed in the back, actually facing forward with this horrific face with all the swords in the back, but it's like this person is crawling out of the church. So it's almost like the situation that went down was a desecration of dearly held beliefs, and now that desecration is crawling back out of the crypt, as it were, to remember, to remind everyone of what went down. You better believe that the other is actually aware of this situation. And the surprise is that they are really kind of wanting to work through all that, because they realize this is a long-term situation, that whether you're continue to be in the immediate vicinity or not, you're going to be around forever. It's like they've got you sort of hanging around their neck. And so the only choice they have is whether that is going to be a good thing or a bad thing. And so you better believe they're actually desperate to make sure that it becomes a good thing. What's in the upper world? The Hierophant, right? People are under pressure to get professional. They're realizing that actually quite a bit is at stake here. And so they're wanting to take a broad-minded view, a spiritual view, if you will, about how to conduct themselves in a way that is becoming of their official status. And beyond that, they really are looking to create that emotional breakthrough. We saw the Ace of Cups also in the motivation of the situation, so they very much, have on their mind that they need to be the ones who offer the apology or the amends or the emotional understanding that allows the situation to move forward, right? And there's sort of a growing burning passion around this, because we have the sun showing up here, the burning source of life, the grand source of illumination. There is a bunch of aha moments, a whole shower of epiphanies that are coming down upon this person or this group of people, that in order to set things right, they need to offer some love. What is in the motivation of the situation? Right, the Four of Swords. People are just tired of this old situation. They're wanting to retreat, to think about what went down and regroup. They, believe it or not, contrary to whatever their recent actions may have been, they don't want to start a whole war over this. They kind of just got through a whole war over related issues. So they're wanting to take a break. Because while they're on that break, they've got the Seven of Coins. They are needing to do some planning, which is very interesting because this is also in the motivation of the outcome. So not only will they initiate whatever moves need to be initiated to make sure that this situation resolves itself. They'll actually put in some legwork around the planning, for the positive long-term outcomes of this, right? Because they're really wanting to solve some vexing relationships. They're realizing that their inner turmoil has become their outer turmoil, and so in order to fix what's going on outside, they're going to need to fix what's going on inside. What is the outcome? Yes. Well, on the surface, it may look like it's all about, competition and the usual social BS and people jockeying for position and all that. But this really isn't so much a power grab as it is a sorting through of confusion. There's a wide array of personalities here, many of whom are poorly understood or misunderstood. No one's coordinated, no one's talking to each other. The whole social scene is sort of a mess. So there's going to be a dawning on everyone that this is indeed what is going on. A mess is going on. But out of this mess will rise victory. By sorting through all the puzzle pieces, by gathering information, by actually beginning to talk with each other, people will knit together a victory, and they will be recognized for that victory. They will be recognized for creating an almost angelic harmony out of the conflict of the past. And everyone will be enormously grateful for this. What's in the upper world of the outcome? What Spirit is wanting is healing here. The ultimate wish in this situation is for everyone not only to chill out, but to come to a realization that harmony and good working relationships are still possible. And there's something about the way in which all of that will come about that gets publicly recognized, so that people understand that and affirm that this actually happened, this healing actually happened. Right. It'll be as if, Judgment Day came down. People faced the judgments they needed to face about themselves. They made assessments of others in the ways that were appropriate for them. And as a result of that, they rose into the sun. Noticing that there's a sun here and a sun there. So yeah, there's something about the situation which is very kind of other-oriented and other-driven. But it's sort of like by speaking your piece into whatever process the other sets forth, you'll be able to reach a higher level of understanding. And that understanding can be crystallized into this one statement: never throw your pearls before swine. There's a lesson to be learned here about who are you truly in alignment with. Of course, it's truly up to you and only up to you to figure out what the real nature of that alignment is. But you are going to be getting very important clues about who you need to be with, who you don't need to be with, and what kinds of information and emotion you want to be sharing with those that you are in alignment with. What's in the motivation of the outcome? Yes. The Seven of Pentacles. Plan, plan, plan. There's a need to look at the past for what worked and didn't work, especially, I think, what didn't work in this particular situation, so that you can move into the future knowing that what you want to get is possible for you to get. Knowing that a victory is within your grasp. Knowing that if you keep your sights high enough, if you keep your passion lit, if you let a bright, positive future for you and those you care about be your motivation, you will actually step into the recognition that you deserve. And key to that recognition is exercising discretion about who you will and won't let into your life. You want to make sure going forward that the friendships you have are a matter of give and take and not just take. Let's take a deeper look into the overall energy here. Yeah, we've got the King of Machetes sitting here at the bottom, which is very appropriate, given all the research we need to do, all the information gathering we need to do, and all the judgments that we need to make. The King of Machetes is a very serious figure who quite literally knows what's what, and makes assessments based on what he knows about the players involved. So that's a key energy that's sort of underlying all the other energies of the moonwave cycle. Right. It's likely that some sort of work situation or colleagues, professional colleagues of some sort, are involved in what is going on here, but people are kind of they're not necessarily the most experienced people in this sort of situation, so there's a bit of fumbling about to figure out what to do in this work situation. Right. And then people are kind of lit up about the situation, but maybe not in the most positive ways. There could be a bit of anger here and there. There could be a bit of lashing out here and there, while people come to terms with how to appropriately apply their passions. Right. But there's this pressure of people just needing to get on with it. This, again, is very likely some sort of work situation, and you're needing to coordinate with others to get your bag and achieve your concrete goal. People are tired of all the games that are preventing people from working together productively. What's your advice? We know that you're going to need to make a judgment, perhaps face a judgment, but it's all for the good in the end. It's about helping you step into your mastery of emotional intelligence. So you're certainly encouraged to apply making what you feel are accurate judgments about how to play a situation in terms of the emotions involved. In other words, how can you bring compassion to this situation? How can you bring love into this situation? How can you bring genuine caring into this situation? Because again, we've got a queen and a king here, so we're talking about some sort of power couple situation here as well. If there's an opportunity for you to unite with another person or partner or colleague in a way that is going to be not only satisfying to you, but really productive, really help you get ahead in your game, then you definitely want to go down that road, because we've got the King of Pentacles showing up here. So this is not only mastery, but manifestation of abundance, of knowing how to work really well with the material realm. Right. You're wanting to avoid indecision. You're wanting to get out of stagnation. How you do that is by sinking deeply into your heart, allowing yourself to feel your emotions. But it's also about keeping your eyes open to the environment around you and looking for the practical opportunities that are going to, get you where you want to go. When you connect the love in your heart with the opportunities that abound around you, you break through the stagnant Two of Swords energy. And the ancestors are saying here, stop saying that you don't know, because you do know. Stop saying that you don't see, because you do see. You are entirely capable of making the judgments that you need to make this moonwave cycle. Otherwise, you wouldn't be getting the judgment card in the advice position. So we actually are getting a message here that is deeply resonant with the waxing moon in Cancer. The main issue here is your assessments of other people and whether or not they should be, in your life. So you are growing into your mastery of connection. And that mastery is going to enable you to have a certain kind of emotional breakthrough, which you may also see happen in other people around you. That is really going to allow you to resolve some issues from the past and start working more harmoniously and productively in the future. And who knows, you might even get a life partner out of it. Okay. That is the moonwave reading for the waxing moon in Cancer. Hope you enjoyed that. If any of it resonated with you, please like, share, subscribe, or comment. Would love to know what is going on with you. I also offer personal readings. You can see what your options are in the description box below. Well, peace out. The ancestors have spoken.